This story all begins with a plague, and that is exactly why we're here, locked inside of a bunker. Our village, our entire city, has been taken over by zombies. We have no idea if anybody else made it to their shelter. No idea if anybody else is even alive. So that's exactly what we're going to spend the next 100 days finding out. But before we do, I just want to say the support on the last video was insane. However, some figures tell me that almost 90% of the people that watched that video weren't subscribed. So please, if you are watching this video and you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. It's completely free and you can always unsubscribe if you stop enjoying my content. And finally, before we get into the video, I want to give a massive shout out to Complex Gaming for sponsoring this video. I've worked with Complex in the past and I really love what they're doing on their network. So if you guys want to go and play some survival multiplayer with all your friends, head over to Complex Gaming. All of their information is down below. But now, I hope you enjoy 100 days in a zombie apocalypse.
Is anyone out there? We're survivors held up in a warehouse. The zombies have overrun the city. Supplies are running short. Is anyone out there? Please, we need help.
What do we do? I don't know what to do in this situation.
The zombies have been beating on
I
the
thought we were the
door
last ones
for weeks
left.
now. I'm not sure how long we can keep them out.
So yeah, we got a message over the radio. Somebody else was clearly out there and they needed help. So we decided to leave our bunker to set off to try and find them. So yeah, day one. I really had no idea what to expect here. We knew we were in a zombie apocalypse, but how many zombies we were going to have to deal with on the daily and how strong they were going to be was completely unknown. So before I was going to take any of them on, I needed some weapons. And that's exactly what I did. I got some wood and made some stone tools. One of the first things that we're going to need to work on is a new shelter to keep us protected during the nights. These zombies are not very considerate, so they will capitalize on our weakness if we have no shelter. I found some sheep and gathered some wool for a bed, and then continued to explore. This biome was so cool. But after chopping down a few more trees and trapping some pigs, nighttime had fallen. So me and Guilty both decided to sleep and try to avoid the zombies for tonight. When I woke up, the coast was clear, no zombies in sight. But I forgot to mention, throughout this video, zombies are going to progressively increase in speed, strength, and awareness. So at the moment, we're going to see not very many zombies. But the longer we survive, the harder this is going to get. We did some exploring and came across what seemed to be a police station. Well, this is a bit of a ghost town. There's no one here. Hello? Anybody home? Oh my god. There wasn't too much loot here, but there was a keycard in one of the chests. This let us into a security room, which had the first zombie we had come across. Yeah, I think this is where the card goes. Yeah, come on. Yeah, it worked. Oh, get out, I can't get out. Use the card. Oh my god. After that little scare, I went up the tower to check the surroundings. I saw a patch of grass and decided that was going to be a cool place to build a shelter for now. So I branched off from Guilty for a bit to start on that. I decided I'm going to build the house on stilts because since there's going to be hordes of zombies, I want to be above the ground. But as I was building, Guilty called for my help. He had found a horde of zombies trapped in a tunnel, and he was starting to deal with them. And as I showed up, he wasn't lying. There was a lot of them here. And I looked down the tunnel, they weren't slowing down. My axe eventually broke after killing so many zombies, but I was able to make another one and venture in. It's so dark in here, oh my god. Yeah, cheers, thanks, I need those. But after going in, more just kept showing up, so we decided to leave until we were actually prepared to take this thing on. As we left, nighttime pretty much fell straight away, and a bunch more zombies started showing up. Guilty took cover up the watchtower, but I was just overpowered by zombies and I couldn't make my way up. I literally can't get up there. Like, one of them's got a sword. Oh, okay. I built, like, the start of a house over here. If you come over here. Oh, bro, there's so many of them. As you could see there, we're heavily outnumbered in this mission. That was my first close call with death, and we're only on day 2. I have 98 days to survive here. This is gonna be hard. So on day 3, I made our living arrangements a little bit more welcome. I made a farm and got some walls on the house. Walls are good. They'll keep me safe, hopefully. Oh, and I went back to the police station to try and find some loot, but it was all empty, so I headed back home. Oh, hey, zonk. See ya. Yeah, you'll probably start to see throughout this video, the messages you get when you hit things in this were really, really random. But thankfully, because Guilty is a nice guy, he went mining on day 3 and got me some iron for an iron axe. But of course, in a whole day, he could only get enough iron for one of us, so I went mining on day 4 to get some iron for myself, which I pretty quickly came across. And I actually found quite a lot. I mined for the whole day and even stumbled across a ravine, which had a bunch of iron inside of as well. So after I had 45, I headed back up to the surface. This will be enough for what I need it for. And what I needed it for was some iron armor. We wanted to head back to that tunnel that we had been to because we didn't know what was in there and we were expecting some loot. So now we were geared, we were happy to take it on and actually try and take out the zombies. But as expected, there was a lot of them. Oh my god, they just keep coming. How is there so many of them in here? What is going on? We're just getting pushed out. Yep, once again, we were just entirely overpowered. It was like 20 on 2. We had no chance against these things. So we played this strategically. We lured them all away from the tunnel and then made a run for it when it was empty. A bunch more zombies were inside, but luckily we were just able to make it through. Alright, go. Go, go, go. Oh, no. Oh, ow. Let me go. Okay. And as I saw their eyes beaming in the darkness, I saw sunshine on the other side. And it wasn't just sunshine, it was a brand new village. More abandoned places is actually great for us, and we quickly found this bunker which had some loot inside. That is exactly what we are able to get from all of these abandoned places. We're able to just steal the loot. So as we left that bunker, we headed over to a new house, but nighttime fell, which meant, of course, more zombies were on their way. This other house had some pretty cool loot inside of it, and Guilty was able to grab it all. And as we were in here, zombies started approaching the walls pretty quickly. So we just decided to run all the way back to that other bunker to try and sleep the night. Oh, there's a bunker here. I didn't even see this before. Oh my god, that's a bit graphic. Yeah, there was a guy down here that just had a metal pole straight through his body, and there was a chest with some alright loot, I guess. But we just decided to sleep down here since the zombies were coming for us and this was a safe spot. We left straight away in the morning and headed over towards the rest of the village. We found this gardening centre, which of course had a few zombies inside, but we were able to grab a bunch of loot and Guilty even got some diamonds. Over the street there was a library. This thing was filled with bookshelves, so we cleared this place out and stole them all. There's a bunch more to this village, and we could even see a factory in the distance, which is definitely something that we want to explore later on. But since our inventories were filled with books, we decided to call an end to this trip and drop everything back off at home and return at some other time. When we got back, I realised our house still had no roof, so I set off to grab some wood since we had completely ran out of spruce wood. And after chopping down many trees, I had just enough wood to finish it off. The next day, I set off into the mines to grab some diamonds. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything but iron on this trip, and when I returned to the surface, I found out it was a blood moon. This increases mob spawning rates by 500%. So I had almost 200 mobs at the door of the house waiting to kill me. But when I looked out, it seemed to be everything but zombies. So I spent the whole of day 9 actually fixing the server config so that this wouldn't become a spider and skeleton apocalypse and would stay as a zombie apocalypse. And after the changes, the server seemed to be fixed. Day 10 was rainy. We sat under a tree for a little while and then made a run for the tunnel. It was clear this time, a huge relief. And when we got back to the village on the other side, we found a county jail. This place was indeed filled with bad guys. And as night came around, we couldn't get the doors to shut to keep the zombies out. Yeah, get in, we'll just shut the doors. Wait, why won't it shut? What's going on? It's not working from out here either. Ow! It's not working. You're just gonna have to block. Oh, there we go, got it. Oh, now they're coming from the basement. Oh, they're coming from the back now as well. Oh my god, bro. We're gonna get trapped in here if we carry on. The basement of this place was strange. It had a bit of loot in it, but nothing amazing. So then we just slept on the cold floor. When we resurfaced, of course, some more zombies had made their way into the jail. So we took care of them and then made an escape to the rest of the buildings. We're literally surrounded. Oh my god, they just keep coming from everywhere. We're just surrounded by them. We're just gonna have to make a run for it. The basements to all of these places were just completely filled with zombies. Oh, there's loads of them down here, dude. And look at this guy. Poor man was stabbed through his chest. But finally we made our way over to the factory, and boy was this thing dark. We're gonna need to light this place up. Look, bro, look how dark it is. I found this radio and I had no idea what it was trying to say.
Government officials insist that this is an isolated incident. That's hard to be instead.
Hey! And then I looked around to try and find some loot, but I found nothing but zombies. This place was filled with them. Oh my god, they just keep going. How is there so many of them in this one building? We were in this place for a long time, and we killed a lot of zombies. I actually ended up branching off from Guilty at one point, and he almost died, so he had to escape. So we regrouped in the car park and then headed home. Nighttime was coming anyway, so we wanted to head home before it did. The tunnel, yet again, proved to be a slight issue, but we made it through and moved on into day 12. Which on my end was spent entirely on chopping wood, the whole day. And after I had all that wood, I headed into the mines. Diamonds were needed by me really badly, but I couldn't find any on the whole trip, so I came up just before nighttime had fell, and then started working on a new building. This was going to be a home for the enchantment table, but for me to use the enchantment table, I needed XP. So I went over towards the police station in the hopes to kill some zombies and get a bunch of XP. As expected, there was so many over there. And I was able to leave with 31 levels. When I got back, I headed over to the enchantment table, and unluckily, I got the worst enchant I could have gotten on this pickaxe. Unbreaking 3 on its own. This won't even speed up my mining process. But thankfully, Guilty had enchanted his pickaxe and got Fortune 3 Efficiency 4. So I went mining with his pickaxe to try and find some more diamonds. Which happened quickly. I was able to leave the mines with 38 diamonds. Perfect amount for an armor set and a bunch of new weapons. So when I made it back up, I got straight to the crafting table and started forging some armor. I had enough levels to enchant a few pieces of my armor, but I wanted a better pickaxe as well. So I enchanted my helmet and my pickaxe. So with the new pickaxe, I set back off into the mines. I wanted to get some more diamonds, but also the XP I was getting was super helpful so I could enchant the rest of my armor. So I made sure to mine every single ore that I could, and then I resurfaced on day 16 with 37 more diamonds and 32 levels of XP. On my way home, nighttime fell again, but when I returned in the morning, I saw that Guilty had built a storage house right next to the main house. But it was after me checking out this build that I realized we had no secure food source. So I started to make a more permanent farm, which was going to be filled with potatoes. After doing some building, it seemed zombies had found our location finally, since they were not giving us an easy time. I was sick of being mauled by these zombies, so I decided to venture out and try and find some more people. Oh god, not again. Why are you always in here? Oh my... Bro, how many are in here? Oh. Oh, it's just a bird. Ah, what is this? Are they cameras? They're cameras. What the hell? Okay. Ooh, there's a door. Interesting. Oh my god, how many of you guys are in there? What is going on? What is this? Okay. This place looked and sounded busy. I couldn't count the zombies in there, but it sounded like there was hundreds of them crammed inside. So before I take that place on, we're gonna need to prepare and go in as a team. When I got back, Guilty was a little bit preoccupied making a bridge between our two houses so that we didn't have to go down during the nighttime when it was full of zombies down there. So I helped him out for a little bit and we came up with a much better design through the middle of them. And then it was done. I think it looks great. But like idiots, we went off into the darkness towards that place that I just found. When we arrived, it seemed pretty quiet, but then we opened the doors and these guys came out for us. Whoa, whoa, bad idea, bad idea. Original specimen? What the hell? Right, go. Oh, God. Okay, if we keep doing this, it'll be much more manageable. All throughout this place there was zombies, every room was full, and they were called original specimens. We have a feeling this is where the plague started. Alright, let's go. Okay. Oh, there's that. Oh, it's not too bad in here, actually. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, there's a lot in here. When we got to the surface, the sun was on its way up, and most of the zombies had cleared away, so we headed home with what we had gotten from the bunker and started working on our next project, a wall. We saw the bunker had walls all around it, and one of the entrances was super protected because of those walls. So we adapted their method and started on our own wall. I didn't have the iron to do this with iron bars yet, so fences will have to do. Hey chicken, can I have your egg please? Oh yes. And wait, you dropped feathers? What? Okay. Well, I'll take the egg. And another one. Thank you. Is there another one here? No. Okay, 2 eggs. Hopefully I can get 2 chickens out of that. I grabbed a few more eggs and then the next day I made a chicken coop. Luckily, with the 4 eggs I had, the first 2 gave me 2 chickens and 2 was all I needed so that I could breed them. So now hopefully we can start getting a few more feathers for arrows. But then I spent the rest of today and the rest of the next day finishing off the wall. And finally by day 24, it was officially done. Boom, done. If that doesn't keep the zombies out, I don't know what will. So, on day 25 there was a mutation. All zombies were now 25% stronger, faster, and more frequent. So we woke up on day 25 to absolute insanity. The zombies had breached the walls, and they were everywhere. You know that thing that everybody seems to have? Common sense? I had none of it here because I decided to use a lava bucket on a wooden house. The worst idea possible. Within seconds, the entire bridge and houses were on fire, and the lava wouldn't go away. We had to take refuge in a new tower that Guilty had built, and I accidentally fell off at one point when trying to catch the ledge, so I had to pearl out. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Oh my god, that was too close. We now had to deal with so many more zombies. But luckily, because the tower was made of cobble, we could use the lava bucket technique in here without burning the place down. Finally, it's actually working this time. Holy... Okay, I might die here though, I'm burning. I need to make a run for the water pool. Oh no, I need to run. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Oh. And even though I escaped death, I couldn't stop the fire and the zombies just kept on coming. This mutation made these things so much stronger, and the fire we just couldn't stop. So we just decided to let the fire burn out and then spend the rest of the day fixing it once it had. This needed like lots of wood, so I spent the next few days gathering resources and fixing this place up. This time we decided to go for a sturdier stone bridge. This was in case we want to try our lava technique again and we don't have to burn our house down in the process of doing it. When nighttime fell, it was once again a blood moon, so we had to deal with an insane amount of zombies. And we weren't able to sleep because of the blood moon, so we had no other option other than fighting them off. Why is there so many of them? Where did they just keep going? They're just appearing out of nowhere. I have so many zombies. There's a lot of endermen here as well. I don't know what's going on, but I am just gaining XP right now. It's all just going to be sat there waiting for me. Thankfully, when the sun rolled around, the spawn rate slowed down a lot. So these guys finally gave us a break. So we saw an opportunity and took it. We wanted to make a fake entrance trapdoor fall area where we could just harvest a bunch of zombies for XP. They'd think it was a door, they'd come through it trying to kill us, but then they'd just fall in the pit. Alright, let's try it, here we go. Oh yes. Oh, it's working as well, really well. Okay, nice. After we slept, there was still a few zombies roaming around our land. They were clearly here from the night before, so I had to make a few lampposts to make sure this place was well lit. And then when the moon had risen, it was once again a blood moon. This was not supposed to happen so close together, but once again we saw an opportunity and we utilized our trap and harvested a load of XP. Wait for the sweeping edge, wait for the sweeping edge. Oh, bro, this is good. Oh, this is the best thing we've ever done. We wasted away most of the daytime of day 30 before setting off towards the, factory hospital building again. Since we left early last time, we knew there was still a bunch of loot lying around in there. So we set off to go and get it. On the way there, we found, a medic camp. It had a bunch of zombies inside, but literally no loot. Nothing at all. Yo, zombies, leave me alone. I'm trying to loot this place. Oh my god. Is there even any loot here? There's a computer and some beds and a light switch. There's no loot. A thunderstorm rolled over as we left the medical tent, so we wanted to try and get inside of the hospital as quick as possible because thunderbolts were landing everywhere. But with it being dark, this place was stuffed with zombies. So instead, we decided to make our way to the roof to avoid them. And in the near distance, we could see a new abandoned village. This place had houses, a church, and of course, lots of zombies. But at the moment, we do not have enough resources or inventory room to explore that place. So we headed home for today to drop everything off. It looks like we missed a zombie party while we've been away. What's going on here? Not only did we miss a party, but somehow the zombies found a way in through the walls. So we had to take care of a bunch of zombies inside of the walls as well. And since the first mutation made the zombies stronger, I enchanted my bow so that I could use this more often to keep a good distance between me and the zombies. After I did that, Guilty showed me these security cameras he'd picked up from the hospital, so I hooked them up to a monitor and gave them a try. These things were incredible. Yeah, I can see you. I can see you. Oh, I should probably just come and help. You're getting mauled. So I had to leave the camera monitor for a minute to go and help him out to take these zombies down because he was getting attacked quite heavily. And luckily we were able to use the new trap to great advantage and kill all of these zombies and gain so much XP from them. But I was in love with this new camera monitor. It was so cool. Hey, zombie! And Guilty was just as in love with these cameras as I was, so we headed over to that specimen lab that we found earlier and started picking up the cameras that we knew that were there. I was able to grab a bunch from this place, and so was Guilty. And we went back inside, and since we'd cleared all the zombies out, it was a clean swoop this time, and we were able to grab a bunch of stuff from inside as well. Oh, and I forgot to say, Guilty found this super cool ballistic vest inside of the factory, so I'm definitely going to be wearing this from now on. Day 33, a day of setting up many cameras, for no reason, because I won't lie, I set up 6 cameras all around the compound, and not once did I look at these cameras again. I was super thrilled with them at first, but they're really unpractical. They look cool, but they don't really serve a purpose, so I placed these things everywhere, and so did Guilty, but I never looked at them again. So instead, we started working on a new security measure. We made a bunker. As I said, these zombies keep finding ways into our compound, so we need a secure place within here that we can run inside of, lock the doors, and know that we are going to be safe inside. So I made some of these cool looking iron blocks and then made a dome that we could put the shelter inside of. This turned out to be a lot harder than expected because when making it, gravel just kept falling from everywhere. And then as the nighttime of day 34 showed up, I tried to get out to sleep, and for some reason Guilty had put doors on this place, but nothing to open the doors. Like, how does he expect us to get out? But the next day, I made a double lock down here, and I actually put levers on this door so we could get in and out. And then this whole thing was done, and I think it looked great. Guilty had put some candles down here. I don't know if he was trying to be, like, romantic or something, but nonetheless, we locked up the doors and spent the night down here. The next day, it was time for an adventure again. We had now cleared our inventories, done what we needed to do, so it was time to head back over to the village that we had previously seen. Along the way, of course, we had to take on many zombies, but eventually we showed up, and this place was busier than we thought. There was a lot of zombies around here. So we started checking out some of the houses. I had to punch a hole through one of the windows and made my way in. There was a golden chair which I decided to just dismantle and take home. And then we made it into the basement, but before we knew it we were overrun by zombies. These things were smelling us out and they wanted us dead down here. Without realizing, it turned into a blood moon upstairs, which meant the spawn rates yet again had increased by 500%. And things quickly got out of hand around here. Guilty accidentally knocked me off at one point and I almost died. I had to scramble for my life to get through past these zombies and then hide. Luckily, I was just able to get away to safety. And then, because there was hundreds of zombies trying to get to us, me and Guilty decided to make a grinder out of the hole. all so that we could farm a bunch of XP. But without realizing, whilst we were farming these ones, the back door had been open the whole time, and hundreds more zombies made their way in behind us. So Guilty set up another grinder, and we had 2 efficient Blood Moon grinders. And when daytime finally came round, we were able to leave this place. In the attempt to get more loot, we explored the rest of the buildings, but once again, the zombies were too strong for us and completely boxed us in. Since I had a lava bucket, I decided it was perfect time for redemption, and I was able to burn away so many of the zombies with my new technique. But nothing stopped these guys. They came back in bigger waves, more strong than ever. So we thought on our toes and quickly crafted up some ender arrows. These act like an ender pearl, but you can shoot them, so we just shot these things and got the hell out of here. Our adventure home wasn't any easier. The villages we had to pass through proved to be an issue with all of their zombies as well. And when we returned home, there was so many waiting for us here too. It was like the Blood Moon had continued throughout the day. And the next day, I realized my armor had taken a beating at the village, so I used up a few diamonds to repair all of my armor pieces. And we have a rule around here: if you use diamonds, you have to replace them, so I set back off into the mines to gather up some diamonds to replace all of the ones that I just spent. Luckily, the Fortune 3 pulled through nicely, and I was able to get so many diamonds from every single vein. The Fortune 3 seemed to be guaranteed giving me at least 2 per diamond, which has never happened before. What is this? It's like a custom mine shaft here. We don't have any normal saplings up top, so I might see if I can get some oak saplings here. Oh, yes! I got one. Perfect. Actually, we can now get apples. Perfect. Yeah, since we were using custom trees up top, there is no normal oak trees, so there's no way for us to get apples. So luckily, these saplings are going to help us plant some real oak trees and get some apples from them. Ah, feels good to be home. The next day, I started working on a new chicken coop. In this mod pack, for some reason, chickens like shed and they drop feathers, which I think is something that Minecraft should just add to the normal game. But instead, I moved all of the chickens into the new coop so that they would shed on hoppers, and then we would be able to collect all the feathers that they drop. Since this bow that I have is just sat there, I've got no arrows for it. I need arrows. Oh my, look at all of the eyes outside of the wall. The next morning we started a new task. Since we keep running out of wood, we wanted our own designated spruce forest that was closed off so that we could chop wood whenever we want locally without the threat of zombies. This took longer than we both expected, but by the end it served its purpose that we needed it to, and we were able to get so much wood from this place from now on. We didn't think about one thing though. The forest is super dark, meaning that zombies were spawning all over the place. There is no way these have all spawned in the... Have you seen... They're still coming around the fence. There's so many of them here. Have you seen how many there is? There's no way they've all just spawned inside of this forest. And when night came, it was so much worse. So I just had to make a run for the bunker and spend the night down there. Alright, let me pass. Go, 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 go. Oh, squeeze through. Yes. Okay, look at that cheeky parkour skills. Lock these doors. Just keep me down here. I didn't stay for long down here. After sleeping, I opened up the door and started killing the zombies. They were super eager to get into this bunker to kill me, but thankfully, Guilty was a nice enough guy to distract them away and give me the chance to escape the bunker. Where the hell do they all keep coming from? How is there so many? And even though all of today was wasted just killing zombies that were in our land, it was a super helpful day because it allowed us to find out just how many zombies were actually coming from the forest that we had made. But I needed wood for the wall upgrade, and every time I entered the forest, hundreds of zombies came from within and hunted me down. So we are seriously going to have to do something about this. But for now, I had to deal with it, and eventually I had enough wood to start doing some of the wall renovations. But as expected, as soon as I got anywhere close to the edges of the walls, these guys just started arriving in clusters again. So I did what every logical man would do, took them all to the trap and introduced them to my friend called Lava Bucket. This is the perfect time to ask as well. Let me know in the comments down below how many zombies you think I have killed in this video. I want to see who gets closest to the real answer. But unfortunately, this guy right here, he broke my saber. My saber that I have had since the start. So before I did anything else, I made a new one and went over to enchant. Ooh, Smite 4. That's what does... That does like undead zombies, right? So yeah, I got Smite 4. That's an enchant that does extra damage to undead mobs, so that is perfect. But I decided to enchant another one just in case I was to get a better enchant on it. And that didn't happen, but I did get looting, so I decided to combine both swords together. Oh, and I lied. It seems like I did use the cameras again at some point, probably just to check how many zombies were out there, which seemed like a lot, but yeah, my bad. I did use the cameras. Day 50 was a day of organization. We had thousands of pieces of rotten flesh lying around in our chests, so I decided to clean this place up a little bit and organize it into chests which weren't being used. While sorting the chests out, I found 20 blocks of gold lying around in total, and I really wanted to make some golden apples, so I needed to go and get some apples to do that. I mined a few oak trees in the day, but came out with barely any apples. So the next day, me and Guilty started out on a new orchard past the spruce field, entirely dedicated to oak trees for apples. After a few days of work, it was done, and I was able to start planting down some saplings. But this time we both made sure that this place was well lit, so that we didn't end up with the whole zombie farm forest again. And then day 53 was spent entirely chopping down wood just to get apples. So when I woke up on day 54, I was able to make 24 golden apples, and I split them in half and dropped 12 to Guilty. These things will help us a lot in the future. And then after some preparation, it was time to embark on a new adventure back to the village that we left early from last time after being driven out by a blood moon. Oh my god, it already looks busy. Why are they still here? So yeah, as we arrived, there was still a load of zombies just chilling around here. But we weren't here for those, we were here for the loot. Get in, quick, get in, I'll shut the door. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's just a hole in the side of the building. We tried to take cover in the buildings, but because this place was abandoned, all of the walls were broken down, so no place in here was actually safe, so we just took cover on the roof. Yeah, all these ones are empty as well. But once again, I don't know if it's because of this town, if it's cursed or something, but we got a blood moon whilst we were here again, which means mob spawn rates are up by 500%. So I went back on the old trusty reliable tactic of a lava bucket. Luckily this time we had some cobble that we could stand on, even though the house was built of wood. Even if that went up in flames, we'd still be safe on this platform. Dude, look over the edges. Look at the eyes. There's thousands out. Oh my god. Yeah, I've gathered them all up over here. I'm just going to drop the lava down. There's so many, bro. It's unbelievable. This might crash the server. Oh, no. Oh, I'm dead. It's on. It's over. Dude, it's done. Oh, come on, Pearl, please. No, it hit the zombie. I'm done. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. No. Oh, what it's got? It's lagging. It's lagging. Oh, my. Please. How? Oh! Oh, my God, I'm out. What? Oh, I'm just running. At this point, my heart was absolutely racing. So I just went to the closest building possible, climbed up, and got far, far away from these zombies. I could see Guilty on the other house, but these zombies were all coming for me. But thankfully, after hanging fire for a few minutes, the sun started to rise and the spawn rates of the zombies dropped significantly. Bro, I'm lagging so... Oh, no. Oh, I've been knocked down again. Oh, okay. I think I'm safe this time. I'm safe this time. I'm just going to come over to you. Oh, my... There's so many of them. As I met back up with Guilty, I got in a safe spot and was able to kill off a load of these zombies. I got so much XP from this. But then finally, after I killed a bunch of them off, I was able to actually start exploring the houses. The main reason that we actually came to this place. But it turns out all of the loot here was awful. None of it was even worth coming for. I don't know why. We're not coming back here. I saw another building in the distance, but we don't have the inventory room yet again to go and explore that place and get whatever's in there. So we just decided to start heading home. And as usual, the journey home was not easy. There was so many zombies. But luckily we made it back in one piece. When I woke up in the morning, there was hundreds of zombies just sat at the door waiting to get in. So I just farmed them up for some XP. Then I added the sweeping edge book that I got from that village onto my saber. It already has technically sweeping edge, but this will just do extra. And then since I have so many levels, I started to craft up some new armor to enchant. Alright, let's see what enchants we can get. I need protection 4, ideally. I don't have any protection. What are we going to get? Thorns 1. No, right, let's try something else. Unbreaking 3. Fire protection, no. Blast protection, that's not good. Protection 4, perfect. Okay, that's good. Unbreaking, the thorn, okay. That's not too bad. Oh, we ran out of levels. Okay. Alright, that wasn't too bad. After a somewhat successful enchanting mission, I went back over to the trap to grab some XP so that I could finish off the boots. And with this thing, I got 30 levels so quick. Alright, come on, boots. I need a good enchant here to compensate for the rest. What are we going to get? Unbreaking 3. Protection 4. That is perfect. Alright, let me combine those together. Look at that. That's god boots right there. We really need to work on these leggings, but everything else is pretty good. After getting pretty well protected, I started working on a new chicken coop. I wanted something a lot more automated that can hold a load more chickens so that we can just get infinite feathers and eggs. And as I was building this, Guilty made an underground nether portal. I promised him we will go in there after I do the chicken coop, which didn't take too much longer to finish off. So the next day, as promised, I headed down with him and we went into the nether. As we entered, there were some signs instructing us to follow the glowstone path. We did it and we were taken to this floating temple. There was a wither skeleton skull, a shotgun, and some super cool armor on here. However, we were not here for this stuff. We came to the nether for a fortress, since we do want to take on a wither at some point. So we located one and headed in, and started hunting down the skeletons. We killed quite a few wither skeletons, but then we started running into invisible zombies that were doing a lot of damage. So we just decided to get out of here before we were surrounded by an invisible enemy that we couldn't do anything about. As we left the portal, we were thrown back out at the Blood Moon town. We don't know why, because our portal was originally at the base, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. But this did, of course, mean we had quite the journey ahead of us to go home. On the way back, I was testing out my new shotgun at every given point. This thing is so cool, it does so much damage. When we got home, I put the cool armor on an armor stand and placed our only wither skeleton skull down. 1 down, 2 to go. Looking back at my notes, it seems all I did on day 62 was just shoot zombies. And then as I was shooting them, an idea came to my head. I wanted to try and somewhat automate the zombie farm by turning it into a crusher. Basically, pistons would push blocks into the zombies and then they would suffocate and drop all of the items in XP. So I spent like 2 days building this thing. I'm not very good with redstone. But after spending all this time on it, it didn't even drop any XP when they died. So it was just a complete waste of time, really. The next day, I attempted to upgrade my leggings again with a better enchant. As usual, my luck was awful, and I was given just Unbreaking 3 on its own. Honestly, I have the worst luck when it comes to enchanting. On day 66, Guilty showed me this deadly thing. Explosive arrows. They're tipped with gunpowder, so when shot, these things will explode on impact. And I really wanted some of these, so I set off into the mines to grab some sulfur that I can turn into gunpowder. I was down here for a while, but I was able to resurface with quite a lot of sulfur, so I crafted up some explosive arrows and then set off into the night to test these things on some zombies. It was honestly the most fun I've had with a bow in a long time in Minecraft. We decided to lure them back to the trap, but that's when I completely forgot I had explosive arrows and shot it right at them when they were in the trap, which broke it pretty bad. So we slept, and then the next day I spent quite some time killing the zombies in the redstone part and fixing this thing up because it was pretty heavily damaged. Whilst I did that, Guilty had been working on a cow farm over the hill. After you're done watching this video, just go and comment white cow on his video. It'll probably confuse him a lot if you guys do it. The next day we left the compound for an adventure. We had seen that building in the distance at the village a few days ago, so we wanted to go and check it out and see what it was all about. When we arrived, we were extremely disappointed to see that it was just a car park. It did have some cool loot inside, but nothing great. Afterwards, we started heading home in the rain and spotted this cabin, so we decided to spend the night here. And when we woke up, we saw a path leading to an area in this world that we hadn't explored yet, so we followed it to see where it went. It took us to a redwood forest. Since it was dense, there was a lot of zombies here, and after fighting through them, we spotted a cabin in the woods. We had no idea what was in here, and as we were looking around, more zombies started giving us a hard time. Take that. Boom. Boom. See you later. Oh god, wait. Oh no. No, I'm dead. Wait, I might be dead here. No. Oh my god, I'm just running. At one point, I was too confident and got very close to dying to the zombies again. So we decided to regroup and check out the inside of the cabin. The doorway was overgrown, but we made our way in, and this place was filled to the brim with loot. It had food, guns, ammo, and animal heads. It looked like at some point this home belonged to a hunter. Before we knew it, the sun had fallen beyond the horizon, and we were completely boxed in the dark by hundreds of zombies. We stayed here all night, and as soon as the sun appeared in the morning, we made a run for it. As I ran away, I came across this. We had no idea what this was, so we went in closer to check it out, and upon inspection, it looked like a prison. This place was big, and since we had all of the loot from that cabin in our inventories, we definitely did not have the room for all of the loot that was in this place as well. So we will definitely be coming back here. Please just let me in my house, get away from me. When we got back, we immediately started preparing to take on that prison. And with the expectations of many zombies, I set off on a 3-day mining trip to grab a load of gold for golden apples. Of course, I needed normal apples for those as well, so I had to head back over to the oak forest for the whole of day 78 to grab apples. And then the next day, we each had enough ammo, golden apples, and weapons to head back over towards the prison. We felt prepared. As we arrived, it was starting to get dark, so we decided to sleep just to avoid the chances of being locked in here by a blood moon. And then in the morning, we headed over towards the door. Robinson's County Prison. Okay. Oh, okay, we already got zombies. Oh god. Here we go. This place looked super cool, and it was quite secure. There was a few chests with loot, and Guilty found this book that told us the door code, so we were able to start exploring this place. Passcode 9898. Give it a try in the door. We made our way through a few doors and all the cells were here. Oh, these are the cells, I guess. There was a bunch of loot in this place. Each cell had a bunch of stuff. Amber? I don't even know what can we use amber for? Oh, looks like someone's plotting an escape here. As we made our way to the front door, a huge horde of zombies started heading in, and the sun was setting, so it was only going to get worse from here. At one point, I thought we were going to die. The zombies were flooding the doors, so we just had to make our way upstairs to the canteen to flee. This is a bit fancy for a prison. Whilst I was up here, I found a book in an item frame that just said 3333. Yeah, I don't know, it just says 3333. I kept this on me and then just continued to explore the kitchen area of this place. I was able to find a wither skeleton skull on the wall, which was nice. We now have 2 of these. We only need 1 more until we can do a wither. After checking out the kitchen, we made our way to the roof, and that's when we realized it was a blood moon. So we just stayed up here until the sun had risen. And after it had, we went back downstairs to check out the rest of this place. On the way in, we missed the staff room, so we had to deal with all of the zombies that were inside of there before we were able to check it out. There really wasn't any good loot in here, and the zombies just didn't stop flowing in. Watch out, watch out, watch out. I'm going to use TNT. I'm just going to blow them up. I can't remember where I got this, but I've got it. The TNT was quite effective, and we were able to make our way inside of the reception area. In there was a book that told us that the passcode to the chest was somewhere inside of the prison. And I remembered that 3333 book that I had just found a little bit earlier, so tried the code. It worked. The loot in here was really good, and I was able to steal it all before we set off back towards the house. There was still a bunch of loot in this place, but we can't carry it all at the same time, so if we want it, we will have to come back. These new guns that we got from the prison are super helpful in defending ourselves from the zombies. So when we got home, I started dropping off some of the stuff that we got. This included the second wither skull. Oh, and in that locked chest, there was some parrot spawn eggs, so me and Guilty were both each able to grab 2 parrots. But as soon as I went over towards the walls to kill some zombies, Sweeping Edge on my sword came into play, and now I only have one parrot. So then, with sorrow in my heart, we headed over to a village that we had seen on this entire journey, but we just never chose to visit. As expected, there was zombies here, and the loot in here was actually pretty good. Ooh, some copper, nice. I had an extremely close call when locked inside of one of the houses with a bunch of zombies at one point. Hey, oh god. Hey, whoa, whoa, oh no, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, oh my god, I was on half a heart. Oh my god, get me out of here. Oh my god. I'm just going up the church, bro. These things are doing damage. Hopefully they can't climb the vines. I don't think they can. Oh, yeah, they can. Never mind. What the? Oh, my God. And over at the church, I was able to get my hands on the third Wither Skull. This was exactly what we needed. But before we knew it, the zombies had blocked the doorway and we had to break the windows to escape. Dude, they're not stopping. They just keep coming in. We gotta go. We can't stay in here. We're gonna die if we stay. Yeah, I'm just running. Oh, what the hell? What? Oh, I'm in a pit. Oh god, let me just get out of here quick. Oh god, no, 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 get me away from here. We underestimated how many zombies would come from this village, so we decided to take shelter at the hospital. But this was a horrible idea. This place was even busier than the village, it seemed. Look at the roof of this place. Whoa, why did you hit them? Oh, we're dead. We're gonna die here. Why would you do that? Guilty took one for the team and started grouping the zombies up on the roof, but these zombies were coming from everywhere. So eventually we just had to make a run for it. I just don't want to drop down and then the lag kill me, because I'm lagging quite a bit here. Ah, screw it, I'm just going to make a run for it. Just get ready to go. Here we go. Run, 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 run. Whew! That was a ridiculous amount of zombies. On day 86, I made a new shotgun called a Spaz 12, which I nicknamed the Zombie Slayer. And then the next day, I started upgrading the walls to our compound. On day 90, there will be a huge mutation that makes these things so much quicker and stronger. So we want to make sure that we are ready for when that happens. This did mean I had to head back over to the prison to steal a few iron bars from there. And on the way back, I was held hostage in the tunnel by a load of zombies, so I had to just last it out until the morning. And then when I finally arrived home in the morning, I was able to continue to work on the wall. This took a long time, not only because of the size of the wall, but because of the zombies constantly giving us trouble the whole time. But by day 96, it was completely done and dusted. All around the orchard and our houses, the wall was complete. And since we now finally had all of the Wither skeleton skulls, we went back to the prison to do the Wither. We thought it would just be a cool place to do it. Luckily, the Wither was no match to our guns and really just went down without a fight. And whilst we were here, we decided to pick up some of the loot that we weren't able to grab last time we were here. Die, 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 die. This is so fun. So, then, with only 2 days left of this challenge, I started on one last task. Making our own cabin in our woods as a piece of memorabilia for the night that we spent fighting the zombies in a stranger's house. I didn't expect this to take as long as it did, but it did take 2 days. And when it was done, I think it really resembled the cabin that we first saw, which was great. But then, as expected, on day 99, the zombies came with full force. They found a way in and completely took over our land. So we decided to stay the night in the bunker. But when we woke up to day 100, these guys hadn't moved. So with the threat of hundreds of zombies on our land, we headed back into the bunker to end off the 100-day challenge. This was so much fun, and a massive thank you to Guilty for joining me on this challenge. If you want to check out his channel, feel free to do so. His links will be down in the description. But for now, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, subscribe if you're still here at this point. Much more content like this on the way, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.